Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Pokemon Snow after a long while. I am your host and GM and DM for this evening. I'm assuming that's the time of day right now. The Gold Crow, and with me, I have four of my wonderful friends with me. Um, we're coming back from being gone for a while, haven't we?
Yep.
Yep.
No, someone's watching this later and it is zero time for them.
Yeah. It must be weird if that's the case because
Time is an illusion.
two months have passed, but a few seconds have passed for them.
Yeah, I suppose.
Well, after our stint at the Blue Rose Theater, we prevented the murder with offing the lead actress, as well as uh, stopping Coronos, the mysterious time dragon. Um, After which the party was rewarded with a mansion provided by the theater's owner, Giovanni, and this is the wonderful abode you live in now. I will show you kind of where you are in relation to everything. So in the vast metropolitan town of Loomhalsen, where innovation is at the forefront, um, you live in you preside in this district right here. You're there.
Okay. Where are the notes?
You are very close to the headquarters. You can see the large tower when you go out. The lightning rail is also very close, and also the Blue Rose Theater, which will now remain standing, is also there to the left. But back in your abode, you four leveled up the last time we met, and you are all level 9 now. And why don't we just run down the list of some of the things? And some of you got some things for completing a main story beat for your character. So, like, why not? Let's just kind of go down the list and familiarize ourselves with our main cast here. So let's start with Proteus, Fire Alley, because you were the first one on the list.
Yeah, so Proteus got to wizard level 7, which means he has 4th level spells that we will get to later, but for doing the play, he got the opening act feat and the actor feat. The actor feat is probably a familiar feat to most people, which has a redundant feature in it, unfortunately, but the thing that you're shooting for is the mimicry feat, which means that you can set a DC to talk like somebody else and make a performance check for it, which is pretty cool, and it boosts your charisma.
Yep.
Then we got opening act, which gives me the theatrics cantrip, which
Does a lot of stuff.
the thing that it does a lot, it's like prestidigitation, but for theater. The most important thing to remember is the spotlight feature, in my opinion, because I think that lays out what it does pretty fantastically. I get expertise with performance, and then I can make a performance check instead of an initiative roll when we roll for initiative to determine my initiative count. And then on top of that, I basically get a layer action.
For the first turn.
So, initiative, yeah, for the first turn.
Yeah.
On initiative 20, I get to cast an illusion spell for free. It cannot do damage, but yeah, pretty good.
It can't do damage, or it cannot force a
a save.
Yeah.
So pretty much it's like hello, minor illusion, my best friend, or major image, either one.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. And then for the spells that I have picked up, I picked up Dream Cottage, Phantasmagoria, and Wall of Invisibility.
Excellent. Um, it's been a few days in game. Like, maybe how is Proteus feeling now? You've kind of spent the last couple of days like just kind of settling into this new abode. So you have like, how is Proteus feeling? What's his state of mind right now?
As of now, I'm not sure how he feels. I don't know if he knows how he feels. There is some amount of reveling in success, but there's also a bit of that what do I do now kind of energy going on with him at this point. While we're still preparing to go to the ice continent, he's wondering why Ivy would want to do that after having such a success, and perhaps he has not voiced these concerns yet, but they are rattling around in his mind.
Next, let's go down to Dante.
It's funny. I've got a very simple level by comparison. So I hit level 7 in Cleric, which is effectively just the choice of Divine Strike or Potent Spellcasting, and I want Potent Spellcasting. So I get Wisdom mods now for Cleric cantrips.
Excellent. And you prepare your spells daily, but are there any that you're kind of gunning to cast or add to your repertoire?
Fourth. Mostly it's like, I mean, I've got Death Ward now, so that's a pretty good one just to have if things start getting to that point. I can see it being quite useful considering the number of times we've kind of had run-ins with death.
Mm-hmm.
Proteus.
Yes. And other than that, I mean, like, 4th level for Cleric is kind of give or take. It's very situational.
Yeah.
Like, you've got Banishment, you've got Freedom of Movement, Guardian of Faith. A lot of stuff.
And how do you think Dante is feeling with kind of all that's happened, and as you're sitting in your new mansion here?
So out of his element. He's not used to this sort of like. I mean, we've been living in the hotel, sure, but this is a kind of lifestyle that he was never familiar with, and kind of, even if he was able to do this sort of thing, he's not someone that really cared too much about this sort of like exquisite lifestyle. So it's I don't know if I can say adjusting. It's like he's in that state of like just it's pleasant, but I don't know.
Well, does he have any with all that's happened and what you just did and everything that's led up to this point? Is there any like concerns or
Of course there are concerns. The fact we're now planning to steal an airship. There's so many things that could go wrong. And the big one has really just been thinking about our plans with Polly and all these just spots where this plan could just potentially fall apart. So he's nervous in that.
All right. Well, let's go down to Malcolm.
All right. Like Dante, Malcolm got a pretty simple level up. He his rage damage has increased by 1, and he gets brutal strikes. That's pretty much it for him, other than his HP skyrocketing again.
What are you at now?
113.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's how it goes. And are there any is there anything on Malcolm's mind right now with this adventure and where it has taken you?
On his mind, I'm assuming this mansion has a yard, right?
Yeah, you have a yard.
Okay, well, his mind is mostly on the grass that's out in the yard. But as far as the adventure and how far we've come, he's happy about how we did at the theater. The theater gets to stay up, and his friends are happy. He considers all the theater people his friends, even if they only know him by name and nothing more. But he's happy that they're happy. He's happy the theater's still there. He's happy no one was permanently injured. And he's pretty much in a good mood right now.
Does he have any concerns about anything?
I don't think he's really thought far enough ahead about that. He knows that there's the whole airship thing, but why worry about tomorrow when you can just think about today?
Does Malcolm even know what an airship is?
Probably not. That's a good
Yeah.
point. He probably thinks that it's like a ship, but he probably thinks it's like a sailboat
Yeah.
because the air pushes that ship.
All right. Well, and last but not least, let's go on to Nicholas last.
All right. Nicholas has a bunch. He has reached Bard level 9, which means he gets 2 more expertises, which fittingly for last time I put into performance and acrobatics. So Nicholas probably a lot more acrobatic, and his just overall performing is vastly improved. He now has 5th level spells, which so I could put on him Mass Cure Wounds for the extra healing, and Yolande's Real Presence. I'm probably saying that wrong. Where he's sort of just, perhaps as a performative sort of thing, he just gives himself a absolute, like, he just makes himself look just absolutely mind-boggling with, like, radiant lights and songs and stuff, and it deals psychic damage and can apparently push people away, so it must be really mind-boggling. Yeah. And for his fun thing he got after the performance, he got Fortune's Favor, which is lucky, but even more so. So now he gets luck points equal to his proficiency bonus, which is currently 4. And he can give himself advantage with 1 luck point. He can give an opponent disadvantage with 1 luck point. And he can, when he finishes a long rest, he can roll a dice and record the number, or roll a d20 dice and record the number. And when any creature he sees can make a d20 roll, he can add or subtract that roll with the dice.
Yeah, why don't you do that right now?
You know, I was literally just thinking that. 8.
There you go. All right. Yeah.
Alright, so let me put that there. Oh, and because we get an increase in proficiency bonus, his Jack All Trades increases, so right now there's not a single skill Nick has that is below 1. He has +1 in everything.
Excellent. And is with all that's happened, with what happened at the theater, or even before that, There, what's on Nick's mind?
Uh, Nick, right now, he's fairly satisfied both at the fact that the theater was a success. He kind of wishes that he could have brought his grandparents to see, but otherwise, he always admired the idea of the performing arts, but never thought he'd be able to fully participate. So the fact that it was a rousing success definitely put a bit of a spring in his step. Though he's not resting on his laurels. He's definitely focused on the next task of getting to the ice continent because he still has one last person to. He still has to find Mordain at the ice continent, take care of him before he feels like Timmy can finally be fully avenged.
And after what happened in the director's cut, so to speak, of the show, how does he kind of feel about killing that guy? Well, Malcolm did it, but he's one guy off your hit list has been crossed off pretty much.
Yeah. So that's the other thing he's pretty satisfied with. Three Eyes, as he's been calling him, is dead. He saw Three Eyes do the murder, even if the hit was called by not Mordain. So, or no, wait, that was Mordain. So even if the hit was called by Mordain, it was Lucky Three Eyes who did it. So
Mordain is the librarian.
Oh, okay. Oh, Wolverick.
Yeah.
So it's been a while. We're shaking out the rust.
Yeah.
So yeah, even if Wolverick is the one who called the hits, the Three Eyes was the one who did it. So next feeling, he kind of wishes he got the final blow, but he was the one who broke the death ward, if memory serves me correctly, with the nice crit.
Yeah.
So he's feeling pretty satisfied getting that guy off his hit list.
Yeah. All right, so let's go to inside your abode, where we sit in a finely lavished room with several sofa chairs and a sofa, a large coffee table, and a crackling fireplace where the flame is. It needs to be tended to very constantly because it seems to be just diminishing very quickly. Where you all sit around in it, face to face with a very familiar Natu wearing a robe over her, carrying a bag of holding. Where she came over this afternoon and wishing to speak with you. And you brought her to. She requested to be brought to this room, and she puts up several wards in the room. Well, just a ward on the door. And she says to you, "Well, good job on the show. I had no clue you were doing that."
I didn't know you were there to watch, but
I wasn't.
oh, heard from word of mouth.
Yes. Well, it's in the newspapers. I didn't use any sort of divination or anything like that. I just saw it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a side activity. We weren't. It wasn't like.
The activities at school brought us to the theater, and we decided since we had completed a task, we might as well do something a little fun to celebrate the victory.
Yes, I'm not here to reprimand you for that. It's just getting a lot of eyes on you. It might be an issue.
How so?
Well, notoriety comes with those who. Well, it makes you acquire possibly more enemies, or your enemies know what you do. And I'm not saying you have any at the moment, not that I know of, except for Wolverick and Kleiman. But I'd just be careful of trying to be in the hypothetical and literal spotlight.
Yeah. It's. As of right now, it's fine, but. Yeah, we're aware that. If dash when, and let's be frank, it will be when, we end up with enemies, it'll be. Make things complicated.
But have you made any headway on perhaps procuring yourselves a way to the ice continent?
That plan is still in motion. We have the plan, yes. It's just things need to be done.
If you can manage to find a way to the ice continent, I can perhaps help you a little more than I would be allowed to here.
In what sort of way?
Well, currently, the Hallowed Flames are making moves that tread in ways, I'd say, that are against the edicts in the ice continent just because there's no one there to enforce them there.
Wonderful.
Like what?
Well, they are saving. They're trying to protect the world from the ether, and they are slaughtering creatures that have emerged because of it. But it is clearly a thinly veiled attempt at conquest.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think the edicts prevent conquests or slaughtering of animals.
They don't, but I imagine what will happen once they.
Run out.
Yes. But that's what I have to say regarding that. In the meantime, I would like to. I would like you to continue what you've been doing, if possible, and neutralize any threats regarding the ether if it comes to your attention.
That's the idea. While Kleiman likely was one of the main sources, I can't exactly. I would assume Deuterium has an interest at the very least, and there's possible other leaks of the ether around here that we'll need to keep an eye on.
Yes, and just because they're not here anymore doesn't mean they left things in their wake. And Wolverick worked with Deuterium, which. No, he could have just been rogue. They may still have had access to it.
Right. I'd almost put. I'd almost bet highly at that.
The
The
Queen's men you spoke of seem to have a means of continuous trade.
Yes, I have relayed that to my superiors in the MDRA. Now that this information has come to light, the Queen on the Ice Continent is a very tricky subject. They seem to mainly deal in subterfuge, but they recently fully attacked a settlement by the docks in the Ice Continent. It's a very chaotic group from what I understand, so it's hard to fully understand it. When we fully understand what they are doing at one point, they completely shift gears and do something else.
So they have control of those docks, perhaps. That could be useful to us.
It was just one attack. The Expedition Society and the Hallowed Flames seized it. Back. But they're limiting the amount of adventurers and who attend, who join the efforts on the Ice Continent.
That's fine.
Which is why
Well,
it might be difficult for you to get there.
Oh, that's fine. We didn't plan on going by way of the Expedition Society anyways, and I doubt we'd be able to go by way of Hollow Flames without actively joining them.
Yeah, that is what I think as well, but the Expedition Society is a very simple, clear-cut way there, but you would have to earn it through them, and I don't think you've made any strides so far to do it their way.
We haven't. We could potentially start if needed, but my preference is that we don't, because then we'd be going there on their rules with their playbook, and I prefer to play by my own rules.
Thus, it comes down to us finding our own method of travel. So,
Yes. As I said before, I would take you through a teleportation circle the MDRA has, but I would not be allowed to do that.
That's fine.
Because even if I were to do it secretly, because the only teleportations circles I know are ones that the MDRA hold, and you would be seen if I bring you there.
Yeah, well, we don't want to get you in trouble, so like we said, we'll find our own way there.
All right. For the time being, just try to keep me updated on any sightings of ether or any oddities that might involve it in Deuterium.
Right. And let us know if there's anything that needs our attention that you happen to hear about.
I will. But for the time being, I will take my leave.
Alright.
And she gets up and takes back her ward, and she's escorted out by this guy who was hired from the hotel. This Riolu named Skipper is like, oh, yes, my maid ship. I will take you out of here. Just come you this way, and you'll be right out. And Estelle says, well, I hope to see you again soon.
Same.
Malcolm waves.
And she leaves your premises and leaves you in this room as the flame and the fire just eventually diminishes out.
They don't build flames like they used to.
And Dante moves to rekindle it again.
Yeah, you've been doing that constantly.
Malcolm's like right next to him, throwing sticks in it.
Just me, or has it also been getting colder?
I don't know.
As the
I got
resident,
all this wool. It keeps me nice and warm.
as the resident grass type here, I could confirm. Yes, it's been getting colder.
Think you're gonna turn brown or yellow soon?
That's not how that one works.
Freddie just kind of smiles.
An odd sight if grass types changed colors with the seasons.
It'd be unique, but last I checked, I'm not a deerling.
So what are we gonna do about this whole airship thing?
Well, we don't have a fluid plan yet, but at the very least, we've got pathways to go. There's just things we need to think of first. I think altogether, it's actually the stealing of the airship is actually the thing I'm least concerned about.
It's Holly's machinery and
Anna.
yeah.
Yeah, those are the two things I'm most concerned about. Anna, it's possible if I still have enough magical energy, it's possible I may be able to use Dimension Door at some point in time to pick her up, assuming we don't need to fly the airship super high out of the way. Though that's a massive assumption in of itself, but regardless, Polly, the way to get that forward is just, I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sure how we'd be able to accomplish that.
I have a potential idea, though it would probably require stealing from the MDRA. But if we could procure an instant summons spell scroll, that would mean we wouldn't have to move it at all until we have secured the area.
Do an Arcana check, Proteus.
It's too big. Alright. Back in the saddle with a 15.
That's a 2 in the die.
That's a 2 in the dice. Oof.
What'd you get? Oh, 15?
Yeah.
Yeah, that plan will totally work.
Alright, great. Let's go steal from the MDRA. Now we live in the world where we think this will work.
I feel like risking. We're already stealing the airship. Do we really want to be getting any other actions of any sort just on our bad side? Then again,
I would.
This whole thing would just put us in infamy moment.
It would. The biggest problem with that is we're taking something pretty... I imagine something like that's probably a very powerful spell.
Yeah, it's one I would have to learn more about, but it's the only one I can really think of that would give us the ability to move something a far distance without dragging it through the city, hoping no one notices.
Yeah. Problem is, if it's powerful, it might be difficult to just go in and steal a spell scroll like that from the MDRA. It's not going to be something that... I don't know how they work, but it's probably going to be something that they keep under deep lock and key, or they have more guard or something like that. Certainly something to think about at the very least.
Yes, because I cannot think of any other good ways to move that thing.
I suppose I did have a thought, but it's probably a dangerous one. What are the
Dangerous how?
It involves the ether. If we can try and figure out its properties ourselves, we know that man, Kleiman, and Wolfric managed to create a large-scale teleporter using it that took us and them all the way to who knows where, to wherever they were keeping that base. If it is possible, if we can figure out how to get it to work, we might be able to use it for similar means.
Do we even have the faintest idea where do we start with that sort of thing?
No. Like I said, it's a dangerous plan, but since we're going to be investigating the ether anyways, we may be able to get some pieces to work with that.
Kira wanted to mess with it.
That may actually serve us well.
I feel like
We
she
could...
make like an ooze out of the apparatus with it at best.
Well, I mean, considering how much she works with the stuff, it'd probably work. Maybe. Maybe she'd make a really strong one that just moves things. Or maybe she would make one where it blorps around a thing and then it gets real small, like Fido size, and then you can just carry it around.
I'd worry about the machinery either being dissolved or ruined.
That
That's
would
why
be...
she works with it. It's gonna take her time to come up with something like that, if she even can.
Yeah, but that would be, she would likely, considering her expertise on slime, she would likely at least know about it and what possible risks it could have.
That is
Don't...
when you hear some doors opening and coming towards you. When finally you see the very conceited looking Roserade. like looking through the rooms and finally seeing you. And she's carrying bags. Great, I was looking for you guys.
Hi, Ivy.
Hello, Ivy.
Yeah, this is important. And
All right.
she goes.
He'll Price will cast theatrics and give her the spotlight.
She goes over to this table and reaches out of the bag. So, these are my poison breath dice. They're green. They're emerald cut. You meant they were really expensive. But more importantly, your lore master dungeon guy, I saw the books he was reading from when we did that the other day. And so I got them. And she pulls out some books. And, if we can lean them into running these adventures, I know where some treasure is in this one. Like, there's a secret door right here. So, I know, well, some of you are really terrible actors, but you've got to pretend like you don't know it's there. All right? So we're going to have to practice that.
Cheating.
It's not cheating. The book is available to anyone.
He doesn't even try to argue.
All right, I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, and I got you these ones, Proteus. And she gives you a black and red dice set. They're like the same color as you, so you can have those. They're pretty cheap. I got a 2 for 1.
Oh, thanks. I didn't notice you picking these up when we went to get your dice from the market.
That's because I just got them. Duh.
Well, I'm impressed.
Well, beyond that, I have another important thing. A little less important. When I went to the theater, Giovanni got an invitation. As she pulls out a ripped open envelope with and unfolds the paper in it, and it's this exquisite gold trimmed invitation, pretty much saying Giovanni and his cast are invited to Loomhausen's Golden Gala.
What's that?
It's like a get-together party. They want to rub elbows, talk about future business.
Why do
That
they call
kind
it
of
a
thing.
gala? Why don't they just say it's a party?
Well, you see, when you want to throw a party and you want to make it really cool, you give it a different name so people think you're even cooler.
That's just confusing.
Considering the gold trim, I imagine this is going to be...
Yes, run by the theorem.
Of course it is.
And I really had no intention of going, but Giovanni is sort of obligated after the show was naturally a success. And so I'm invited at the very least. It's next Friday, well, this Friday. Would you guys come?
Yeah, I feel like if you're going and Giovanni's going, I would have to go at the very least.
I'd probably have to go too.
I
I don't-
managed to fit it at school, so I can fit in here too.
Well,
I get the feeling we're going to have to make sure Malcolm's really done up for this.
yeah, well, I thought you were going to say you didn't want to go. Because Voss is organizing this. So I have no doubt this is some sort of trap that you guys were obviously just going to walk into. Like, I knew it's some sort of trap of some sort.
Yeah. Well, we
Obligated
can't
to go to a party and...
We can't really avoid him forever, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. But what I realized is Rupert von Wright is going to be there.
Who's that?
That is the individual who designed that airship.
Uh,
So, if,
oh, it's the
Interesting.
guy who makes boats.
yes. But the point is if A, I have to endure this party, B, if it's an obvious trap to some stupid harebrained scheme that Voss and his cronies have, maybe we can at least get something out of it. I don't know what you would get out of the guy that made the airship, but he's gonna be there.
If I had access to the school, I'd see if I could learn more about how things work to at least strike a conversation with them about it, but we'll have to improvise now, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And make sure you wear something nice. You can't be carrying
Yeah.
around malls during a party.
Even nicer than what we were wearing to the university.
Well, that's settled then. I'll tell Giovanni about this.
All right.
I very much don't like the idea of course, walking into an obvious trap like this, but we are kind of just obligated to attend this.
Oh, and by the way, the other day, that girl who likes the oozes and that macabre-looking bird lady wanted to talk to you about something.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
we did plan on talking to Kira at some point in time, so that works out.
Nightingale would be talk about.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be informing Giovanni that you're going to be coming then. Again, look nice.
We had to look nice for the
Yes, but
You know-
this is a party with the upper crust. And you need to oppress a bunch of blue-blooded bastards that you're one of them.
Oh, I think I'm in trouble, guys.
I think we're going to have
Well-
to spend some time out in the market doing some shopping again.
Well, I mean, we have until next Friday. If we really need me to, I can just.
No, it's this Friday.
What day is it?
It is Monday.
All right.
Monday
so
morning.
if things all go exactly our way, I can make us things before then.
How much would something fancy enough cost?
Well, fancy.
I
It
think
depends on how fancy clothes we need. Are they fancier than the fancy clothes?
fine clothes would be 20 gold. Like noble 20 gold out of your purse.
Wow, I don't know if we can afford that, guys.
I know it's just so much.
It's a step up from the fine clothes we had that were worth 15.
Yeah. It's like Malcolm gets like one of those wigs and like a tail coat. It's like,
My God.
Just like the wig that has like the white hair curls.
yeah, like the
Oh
judge,
my
like
gosh.
the judge thing that looks like it's like toilet paper rolls.
It's like just the mental image is amazing. He's got his tassels coming out from underneath it.
Oh
Those
no.
have been
His
done up
wall is-
into
His wool has been braided.
gosh.
Yeah, I think he'll do great. He'll set a new fashion trend immediately.
Well, with that, I'll be off for the time being. And
All right.
she heads out.
I guess we better go talk to Kira and Professor Nightingale then, huh?
Yeah, how are we
Yeah.
going to talk to Professor Nightingale?
Oh, if she's looking for us, she'll probably come to us.
Well, one can only hope. I'm sure glad that the estate came with a free doorman. It's very distracting when you have to get up and get the door like all the time.
I don't know, if you ask me, watching Malcolm headbutt every time someone walks in is amusing.
Yeah.
People are always confused by that.
I suppose we could, at the very least, see if Kira's over at the artificery place.
Apothecary.
Apothecary, there we are. I was blanking for a second. Apothecary. So we can roll that out.
Okay, so we're going to the apothecary. Apothecary then.
Find Kira.
That's still a ways off. There
Yep.
it is.
What?
All right. So you're heading out?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Where are you going?
Probably to the apothecary. That's most likely where Kira would be.
Okay. So to the apothecary. So everyone roll d6s for me.
Here we go.
We are officially back.
The apothecary, the most dangerous place in the world.
Really, though. Oh.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, so you make your way through the streets of Lumhausen. You see people more or less talking about the show at the Blue Rose Theater's Petals of Eternity still on the minds of a lot of people with you see like toys of of the characters being held by children and stuff. And like adults carrying like 4 like sealed cases of each of the figures. It's for my daughter. It's for my kid. Never mind. I bought 2 of each one. This is the one I take out, and this is the one I leave in the box. But you make your way through the streets to the apothecary, where you see several Pokemon in lab coats wandering about, and it's kind of that like the divide between the normal city and just these researchers who are here to research. But yeah, you go into the main foyer, and what would you do here?
Probably. There's like a reception desk, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Just ask if Kira's there.
Yes, she just got back, actually.
Okay, we heard that she wanted to talk to us.
Do you want me to send you to her lab, or do you want me to bring her here?
We can go to her lab.
Yeah, I'd say her lab's probably a good place to be.
Still an interruption, but less time taken out of her day.
All right. So the receptionist presses a few buttons on a console, and the Metagross Roomba begins just follow that, and it'll take you to her.
It's like miniaturized.
Yeah.
I like to think it's like the Metagross that's floating around, so its legs are folded in.
It's tiny.
Yeah, and it just kind of hovers up the stairs, too. And it takes you throughout this facility where there's various of these apothecaries and artificers using cards to access rooms. And it eventually takes you to a... It eventually takes you in front of this one room that it's not very distinct from the other ones, but it has a the Metagross is stopped in front of the room, and
Thank you.
it just begins floating back.
Malcolm headbutts the door.
And you hear just a minute. Stuff for that. Yeah. And opening the door is the Yamper you know as Kira, and it seems her room is like a mess again. Oh, hi guys. I went over to your place. Good show, by the way. I'm not into that sort of stuff, but it was a really good show, especially like the dragon fight. But why was it listed as a romance when that happened at the end?
Because everything's better with dragons.
Okay. Sure.
Majority of it was still just a very bombastic ending.
Yeah. But I have a well, I'll come inside.
Yeah. We wanted to talk to you anyways, so
Yeah.
Nick heads on in.
Yeah. So you're in this she shuts the door and you're in this very cluttered room, and you see Fido inside of a glass jar again, just kind of blorping around.
Blorping.
Malcolm immediately goes and says hi to him.
Yeah. Just like pressing your face against the glass.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly what he's doing. Like a little kid going up to a fish tank.
Oh my gosh.
Smushed against the glass.
So I I was in the middle of the Tanglepines while you guys headed into that laboratory. What happened in there?
Well, hey, you go on, Proteus. You can probably explain it better than me anyway.
Well, we destroyed the facility, and by that I mean we forced them to self-destruct sequence because they're evil bad guys with an evil layer, and all evil layers have this capability.
Well, that's a good, efficient way to clear any evidence.
Yeah, which is the unfortunate part.
Well, except for all the witnesses we got out.
Did you?
Yeah, we saved a bunch of students.
Did you get Wolverine?
No. Unfortunately, Wolverine escaped, and he escaped with apparently someone infamous called Lyman.
He's one of them sneaky magic people, so they just kind of poofed away right before we could kill one of them.
On one hand, I'm dismayed by that, but on the other, it lets me witness it when you do. Do you know where they went?
Yeah.
We know the general area. And by general area...
They went to the ice continent.
Well, that's convenient.
Yeah. We plan on going there anyway, so I don't really have a reason to do so until now, but Wolverick's certainly giving me a reason.
Well, I guess it's a good thing we're going there then.
Yeah.
What about headway on taking this airship?
As of right now, we're still in the planning phase. I believe and this is also something we plan to coming to you to talk about. I believe the theft of the airship will actually be the easy part. We'll need to figure out what their defenses are and plot a way around that, but I don't anticipate that being more trouble once we've got that plan. The biggest problem is is getting the crew all where it needs to go, and that includes your, I don't know if he's your superior exactly or not, but that includes Polly.
He's a colleague at the most.
Okay.
He's got one of them big machines that we need to take with us, but we don't really have a way to get it there. It's a big old machine. Even I'm not strong enough to carry something like that.
Well, at least not without assistance that we can't extend for longer than 1 hour or not make a scene moving.
Well,
And his joining us kind of hinges on that, so...
where would you need to get it?
We would
On the
likely,
airship.
yes,
So the
It's-
hangar.
yes.
Unless you can think of a way to get it directly to the ice continent, but probably not going to happen.
It's
I
either
feel
the
like they could
hangar
put it-
or loading it on sometime after takeoff somehow.
Which is going to be difficult because once we take off, unless we can land somewhere and not get shot down, we're going to be effectively criminals, and we're going to need to go ice continent or bust more than likely.
Well, there is something I could do to transfer it on the sly. I don't know
Well,
how useful it would be, though.
Well, we're open to suggestions because that's, like I said, we're in the planning phase, and that's one of the planning things we need to do.
Well, if you can capture 2 gelatinous cubes, I could make more or less a cloaking device to move something of that size.
Well, now we just got to find the gelatinous cubes, I guess.
Well,
Well,
that's actually
we
possibly-
still have to move it there. Invisibility is good and all. I would
No.
know, but
Well, no, you are not a ooze researcher, Proteus, and I know that I can make a gelatinous cube that can hide its contents with inside of it. Something that big would need 2 of them, but that's what I can do.
well, what I mean is it can be invisible, but it won't be soundproof.
Oh, yeah, it moves very quietly.
The ooze would survive, you mean?
The point is that it's like I can move it secretly without anybody noticing. It might take a little while, but
that.
All right.
Well,
Do you know
that
where we
works
could
for me.
find one or 2?
Well,
Elton, you encountered them in Oakshire, but there might be more oozes out and about in the Tanglepines. But that's what
I think.
Oh, go on.
Sorry, I think actually finding him is probably going to be the easy part. We were told by Polly that anything we've scanned, he can potentially find again.
Oh.
So all we really need to do is just ask Polly to find gelatinous cubes and going to the nearest one.
Oh,
It
that
depends if it's closer than Tanglepines.
yeah. The Tanglepines is the forest outside of Limhausen.
It'll at least be good to know if there are gelatinous cubes there for sure before we start going whole hog on that.
And you're sure that
I'm more caught up in the whole capturing them part.
Well, I'm
That's-
here to help that too. I have containment units that I now have for ooze type monsters.
and you're sure that
Nice.
the acid of these gelatinous cubes won't destroy the machinery.
I am positive. Well, after I'm done working with them.
Well, I'll leave that to you then. I'm just trying to cover all of the potential points of error.
Yep. It's what Ledric was working on.
Right. You mentioned that.
But I have only I have only 5 of these. And she gives you a 5 of these capsules. Okay, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to you're going to want to hurt a gelatinous cube until it's weakened. And then you throw one of these at it. And she hands you these 4 little. They're like they look like very mushroom-like. It has a button on top, and it's a capsule with like a large button on, kind of oblong shaped.
All right.
But
I've got a good feeling about this.
if you only have 5, that's all I was able to make. But if you can get 2 gelatinous cubes, that should be fine, and I can work on something.
All right. So
Alright.
I want to be careful with them, but we got 5 chances to get 2, so those are some decent odds.
Do we have to throw it at them, or do we just place it next to them, bop them in the head with it?
You press the button on top and throw it, and it should siphon all the ooze inside of it. But unless they're weakened, even if they're weakened, though, they could still get out of it and bust the trap.
So, I know that if Malcolm is not always using this skill, but if he hits something without the intent to kill it, will that still work?
You just have to. Mechanically, all you have to do is bloody the ooze. And then it's safe
okay.
to throw.
If we non-lethally hit it to 0 HP, aka we put it to 1 HP and make it unconscious, blah blah blah, how that works, would that still count, or do they have to not have the unconscious condition mechanically?
That would work too.
Okay, so we have a bit of a safety net if they get low on HP, we just have melee guys deal with them.
When you're mailing a news.
You said the object Polly has is huge, right? Because in that case, you would need 2.
Yeah.
Yes, it is
Yeah.
huge.
All right. Well, that certainly makes things easier. Do we want to divvy one for each and give 2 to someone, or do we want to have all 5 on one person?
Well, if we have to throw them,
Basically, it is a DC 14 strength save for them to get out of it, but you have to be within 20 feet to throw it.
Okay.
okay, so it just works. We don't have to make like an attack roll or have good strength or dex or anything.
Well, considering you're throwing it at oozes, it's like, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you hit the broadside of a barn?
Yeah.
All right, then, yeah, I'd say, I guess Proteus typically is in the back, so probably give, like, 2 to Malcolm, 2 to Nick, 1 to Dante.
Right.
That okay with everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
My sheet thanks you.
And the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was Well, you know I was out there and why I couldn't come.
Yeah.
There have been some strange occurrences out there in the
Like what?
like well, I found bones and metals in
Oh boy.
piles.
Definitely is strange.
Yes, and they were bleached white, and the metals on the weapons were stainless. But a strange thing about the bones is there was no bones from the knees downward.
Very strange.
This has something related to the written all over it.
And that's not the only thing, too. In some clearings near those bones, there were hundreds of footprints of various different Pokemon,
That's
all
really
facing the same direction.
that's really strange.
That sounds like an abomination.
I assume you want us
So-
to investigate.
I don't really want you to investigate, it's just that is something strange I found out there. There's also
Bleached bones.
yes, and around the footprints, the hundreds of footprints, there was a rectangle around it.
So just to make sure I'm understanding this correctly, there's a rectangle where all of the feet or footprints are inside.
Yes.
Okay. Is it like a runic rectangle or something?
No, just
Or is
a
it the
just a rectangle.
General area. Okay, general area.
Yeah.
Or like someone drew a rectangle in the dirt and they're all confined into it?
Yes. 100 feet by 40 feet is the rectangle.
That is massive.
Yes. And the rectangle was filled with footprints.
Alright, so the abomination idea seems less plausible now, and it seems more like mass kidnapping.
Did slimes happen to leave bones on anything that's a victim, or do they even dissolve those?
Well, that's the thing about slimes. Slimes usually dissolve bones. That's what I initially thought. But this seems like to be something else. It definitely seems to be acidic, though, whatever it is.
Hmm. Well, it's it may be, especially if we're going there to get, if that ends up where we're going to find the gelatinous cubes, we may end up, if not having to investigate it, we may end up just running into what's happening there regardless. So we'll have to, at the very least, be careful.
Yeah, just a heads up if you do plan on going into the Tanglepines.
All right, we'll keep that in mind then.
The bones, no doubt, are probably, well, some suckers from the Expedition Society.
I thought that the Expedition Society and the Artificers were, I don't know, friendly with each other.
Yeah, we are. But
Doesn't
I
mean you can't call a schmuck.
exactly. Well, that's all I wish to tell you.
Very well.
All right. I guess we better go talk to Polly then.
Right.
Yeah.
You have no ETA on when we're doing this, though, right?
Not as
It,
of right now.
it won't be before Friday.
All right. I guess that helps a little.
Still trying to get a date down as soon as possible, but it kind of hinges on all these pieces falling into place first.
I mean,
Yeah.
Friday will also be telling us quite a bit.
All right. Well, if you wish to go to Polly's room, he's actually in the basement, so you have quite a walk to get there.
Oh. Joy.
Side of the building.
Well, time to go take the stairs.
I can send a guide for you if you wish.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
She goes over to her computer and presses a few buttons, and yeah, it should be waiting for you outside.
Thanks.
All right. Well, I guess I'll see you later.
Yep. See ya.
And as you leave the room, it's like you see from the other side of the hallway, like the Jetsons, like car sound. It's the the Metagross comes, and it begins. Just it stares at you for a few seconds and begins going in a different direction.
All right, we'll follow him.
All right, and it's taking you kind of downstairs and down hallways and takes you down to Polly's room, which is very distinct because he has a bunch of like wires running from the outside into it.
Malcolm headbutts the door.
Ah, yes, come in. That is you, Malcolm. I know that knock from anywhere.
Hi, Polly. And he opens the door and comes in.
Hello. Good show you put on there.
Thanks.
Yes, you should have asked me to be part of some of the effects you used. Those looked quite amateur, actually. Some, like the dragon, didn't look all too real.
Well, it was agreed that the school would help with the effects, so
Yeah.
that's who we're mostly in charge of that.
Speaking of which, that sample you got me last time to get that watch, I dropped it off to you during the weekend, but there's some more I wish to tell you about it. It
Really?
seemed the data from wherever you got that from seemed to corrupt a lot of files. And I couldn't make a well, a monster and the Kaleidoscape out of it.
Huh.
This is where Proteus is confused because he says that it looked tacky, and now he's also saying that there was data to be found from it.
No, I mean, he doesn't know where you got that. Like, he doesn't know it's like that's where you scanned it.
Well then.
Where did you get that anyway?
I guess you could say we got it in a difficult place to get back to.
Pardon me?
well, given the abilities that came out of it, that creature might not be really It's honestly impressive you pinned it down as much as you have.
Yes, it had essence I could extract at the very least, but I couldn't make anything out of its data. Well, make its form or whatever it was. That's why I'm asking, what was it?
It was a dragon.
Oh,
It was primordial and likely, well, to say the least. Not we don't know much about it either.
yeah. Well, I apologize. I wasn't able to put it into the kaleidoscape.
That's okay.
But I
Yeah.
have installed the Tarask.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. That's. Well,
And you've made it real, and there is terrifying.
Yeah, well, don't worry, you won't have to do anything about it. Your digital avatar as well as the avatars you selected during that game over the weekend.
well, at least they are the ones who have to deal with it, and not us.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good way to put it. But
Dante
anyway,
is still conflicted considering what we've seen.
well, that's beyond the point. You obviously have come here to speak about something. I will not take the floor as much as I have. Would it? Do you have any concerns or updates in regards to anything?
Well, we were just talking with Kira, and she has a potential plan to transport your device to the airship.
Oh, that. Yes. I have. Well, I thought of some methods too. One is, well, it'll be a lot harder, but I could compress my machine to be smaller, but we'd have to search for materials to bring it back online once we get to the ice continent. But if we're able to move it in that manner, then, well, I can have it full sail going as soon as we get there.
Alright, well, probably need to keep that in mind. But,
Depends on this other idea.
yeah. Kira suggested that if we are able to use one of her new devices to capture 2 gelatinous cubes, that we might be able to... She will be able to use them to basically transport your machine invisibly to the airship.
I have some concerns about that. I trust her enough that it won't destroy my machine through its acidic properties, but that airship is in a hangar right now. It's probably heavily guarded. Do you have a plan on procuring it?
Well, I figured we'd probably just beat up a bunch of people.
We're probably not going to go in gun blazing or sword blazing. Whatever that expression would be. We're currently dealing with. As of right now, we're on a 2-pronged plan. We're first debating on how to transport your goods and stuff like that over there, and eventually we plan on looking into the airship hangar and deciding how we plan on doing the hijacking ourselves. So this is just step 1 of the process.
Luckily, if the machinery is just going to be invisible, that might make moving it onto the airship the easy part.
Yes. I wouldn't underestimate your getting into that hangar and taking it to be a walk in the park. It is going to be highly guarded with top-of-the-line technology. So I would hope you have some methods other than just sneaking into a window to get in there.
We've certainly got ways of moving.
Have maybe a potential idea.
It's just the technology. That airship is probably the Deuterium Corporation's baby, and so I would wager they've used second to none security to keep it safe.
We'll have to bear that in mind then. But that's like I said, we eventually do plan on investigating that. We're not going to go in without some sort of plan.
Okay, yes, that's what I mainly worry about.
We need to be successful in this, so going in without a plan is just suicide.
I guess it's just fair to say that where we're at right now, it's other parts of this plan that have us more concerned than the actual end goal.
No,
Pretty
it might
much,
not
yeah.
hurt to try to find somewhere near the hangar for the gelatinous cubes to hang out. Because it would probably be easiest to get them to move on board after we've made our move, than have to clear the way for the gelatinous cubes and then do the heist after that.
Yes, from what I know about Cura slimes, is they're awfully slow, but they are well, amorphous and cloaking potential if what you tell me is true.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a large piece of machinery in a large cube moving through. If you plan to beat people up, as Malcolm says, that might be a little hard for it to maneuver around a battlefield.
Yeah.
Well, if I know one thing, with all of our adventures so far, it's that usually things don't go to plan and we end up beating up people either way.
It's just the circumstance of how we end up fighting things when things don't go to plan that makes planning worth it.
Yeah. Basically, even if things don't go to plan, we can at least fight them on. We can at least beat people up, quote unquote, on more our terms than on their terms.
Well, they're going to be throwing robots at us. I think that's a pretty good guess, right?
Probably.
Almost certainly.
Yes, I would wager they're going to. Well, that's what Project Horizon was. And I have no doubt that's probably what they would be using to protect such a thing.
Maybe we can use some of the things we did to get into the basement at school to get around some of it.
It's certainly one of the ways we can. That's certainly one of the ways we can do things, yeah.
Granted, at that point, we're kind of just spending our time planning and probably also just taking away your time, Polly.
Well,
Right, which reminds me, we came here to ask you if you knew where we could find some gelatinous cubes.
oh, certainly. I could. You have scanned gelatinous cubes before, I believe. Right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I even checked just to be sure.
Yeah. Well, I can send out a scan, and you can come back here later, and I can if I find a ping somewhere, I can tell it to I can give it to you. Or actually, what would be easier instead of me coming here is I'll send the data to your scanners, and that should tell you. It won't give you the exact location, but it will tell you where they are. A
Yeah.
general vicinity where they are.
That works.
Well,
Now, as far as getting the machine to the airship, would would it be possible for us to have your making it smaller plan as a contingency?
well, I'd have to disassemble everything,
Yeah, I was afraid of that.
so it's either or. It's obviously safer to make it smaller, but there'd be the trouble of finding material on the ice continent to reassemble it.
That's what I was thinking myself.
And who knows how long
I-
that might take.
And I don't exactly anticipate that the ice continent is brimming with materials for your machinery, though I could be wrong.
Well, it's a new world there apparently.
I'm sure that the resources exist. It would just be figuring out where they are and how to extract them that would take a long time.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It would be better not disassemble it.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, keep it as a possibility if we fail to capture the slimes, or if we decide the slime plan just won't work out, but it's at least a possibility. Another tool in our arsenal.
Yes, at the very least, that's the whole reason I wish to go to the ice continent is there's untapped resources there that I would like to analyze and dissect and well, I would have never been given the opportunity otherwise.
Right. And I'm sure we'll passively get you just plenty of data just from going there, so it's a deal as far as everything is considered.
Yeah, well, I guess for the time being, continue getting data around Loomhalsen, and I can make some useful items. Because if we're going there, this might be the last time we can make useful items.
Right. Well, we'll keep giving you what data we can find.
Yes. Good luck out there.
Thank you.
He'll let you go.
All right. I think we probably head back.
To your house.
We're pretty close to the marketing district. We could probably just swing by there and get our fancy clothes.
Nightingale also wanted to have a word with us, but
No idea where she is.
Well,
I don't
she's
know,
probably at the
probably at the
university.
university.
Yeah, but they won't let us in.
Yeah, so like
We could just let them know that we're there and she wanted to talk to us. If they won't let us in, maybe she'll come to us.
I suppose.
Or we could
can-
invite her to the mansion.
I mean, somehow Professor Arakel has found the mansion, so...
Yeah, I suppose we could maybe let the guards know that to invite her over or something. Gee, we're apparently swinging all throughout freaking Loomhouse today, then, apparently.
Yeah. Remember how hard walking is and how freaking on the moon the apothecary is? Because the closest lightning rail station go all the way this way or all the way this way.
Well, we'll be next to a lightning rail if we go to the Merchant Avenue anyway.
Strangely enough, I think walking to Merchant Avenue is like equidistant than walking to the lightning rail here. Like, no joke. I think it's about the same.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Like,
Unless this is a valid crossing point for the water.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
No.
It's like a bridge.
Then yeah, it's about the same. So yeah.
Yeah, so I
unless
think
we want
just...
to try the Barton strategy and climb along this wall here.
Oh,
I'm
gosh.
pretty sure that gets you shot.
All right. Yeah. Let's go to Merchant Avenue then.
All right.
Yeah.
Then roll d6s.
It is with great honor that I give us a 5.
Another 6.
Okay, you.
Ew. Wow.
Okay.
Ice, why are you the one who's rolling hot today?
Don't say nothing.
As you you walk through the Loomhausen and you pass by the what you know is the courthouse again, and you see several crows being brought inside there. Over the bridge and to Merchant Avenue, where again it's just a bustle of people like trying to hawk their wares at you, like putting necklaces in your face, saying, "10 gold, 10 gold for this magic necklace."
What's it do?
It makes you look presentable. That's the magic
no.
of it.
Oh, come on.
We're here for other things.
I'll go down to 7 gold, young Wooloo. I'll go down to 7 gold. 7 gold and it's yours.
Nah, I gotta buy something else today anyway.
5 gold. 5 gold. That's as low as I'll go.
Don't let them make you twist your words into making it sound like you agreed. You do this, Malcolm. He just like grabs Malcolm's paw, puts it like to the side of his face so he can't see the guy anymore, and then pushes him along.
See, like the monkey covering eyes emoji.
No, it's like
Yes. It's hard to walk with only 3 hooves.
All right, and is there anything specific you want to do in Merchant Avenue?
I just get the fancy clothes.
Yeah, you have to
I
be.
guess that means we're looking for a real fancy tailor.
Yeah. And yeah, you pretty much have to go to a tailor to get your measurements and measure out a suit for you. And that's what you wish to do?
Yeah.
All right. All right, everyone's doing that?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So that's like a collective 80 gold from everyone.
Okay. Marked it.
Yeah. So yeah, you're just kind of in the shop. They're just kind of putting tape around your appendages and around your neck.
Proteus is definitely in the camp of I'm just gonna make my own.
All right. Oh yeah, you're just gonna make your own. Okay. Yeah.
He's like, nah. He's in full DIY spirit right now.
Okay.
I can do that.
And
Yeah, it's easy.
And eventually they're gonna have it ready for you like a day or two before what you plan to attend.
Okay.
Alright.
But out in the street, you actually see Professor Nightingale shopping.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Huh. That's odd. I would have figured she'd have class right now.
Hi, Professor.
She turns around and sees you. Oh, hello.
a coincidence to see you out here.
Yes, I have the day off.
Oh, I didn't know you guys got the day off.
Well, it's very selective when we do. I just, well, I needed a few days off after what happened.
Understandable.
Mordain he's recovering. He's pretty much we've after you saving him, we've managed to clear the sickness from that item that was causing him.
Very
Well,
good
that's
to hear.
good.
Has he mentioned anything?
He is the last thing he remembers was speaking to Wolverick, and well, then he remembers waking up in that coffin you found him in.
Probably
Makes
used
sense.
an inhalation substance is my guess.
That's what I surmise too. I actually wish to speak with you before. I relayed the message to the Blue Rose Theater. Is good show, by the way. It was very different
Thank
than
you.
I was expecting, but I relayed the message to your fellow actors, but I wish to speak to you.
Well, that's why we're here. We heard you were planning to, so.
Well, I mean, we ran into you, but
Yeah,
We're planning
Okay, yeah.
to visit the school to talk to you about it, but serendipity.
yes. Well, I would you wish to speak about this maybe privately later?
I
For
figured
nods.
that would probably be better.
Yeah. You've heard where our current lodgings are, have you?
No, I was not made aware of that. I think, I believe Nikolai found out somehow, but he never told me, because I only wanted to talk to you today, or, well, I wanted to talk to you after that, and, well, I haven't had the chance to ask him either.
See. Alright, well.
Anyone got a map?
Just
Yeah.
tell her the address.
You're like in District 6 and, the quadrant for the big map. You pretty much like that kind of jargon.
We're at 6:07 o'clock
Yeah.
street.
All right. Would there be a certain time you wish me to come over, or?
I don't think we're doing anything else today. You could probably just come over this evening.
All right.
Yeah.
Evening. All right. Yes, I need to bring back my goods anyway.
Alright, well, see you this evening then.
Yes, it was a pleasure finding you here and speaking to you.
Indeed.
And she kind of goes off to do some more shopping.
Alright.
All right. Well, we don't have anything we can really do here, I think, right? Wait. On a scale of 0 to 10, how many potions do we have left?
I think Nick's
4.
got a decent amount.
I have greater and a superior.
Nick has 1 normal, 2 greater, and 2 superior. So Nick's pretty good on potions.
3, 4, and 1.
Like they have they do have a potion shop with things other than healing potions. Like if you go to the MBRA potion shop.
What sort of resistant potions do they have?
They have any kind. They have limited quantities that will be determined by a dice, but
Alright. And it's like, how much for a resistance potion?
The
300.
MDRE potion shop, right?
Yeah.
300. I'll take a potion of acid resistance.
Okay.
It's-
You know, that's a fairly good point. I think Nick will also take. Well, you probably need to roll for the quantity first.
Yeah, they have 4.
Okay.
4 resistance potions, and they can be any resistance.
Okay.
Actually,
Nick.
Malcolm can get the acid resistance himself with the Uzmat coat.
Well, Nick's gonna get a acid resist potion.
Yeah. I think I'll get a poison resistance potion. Just to have it in the back pocket.
We're gonna
Wait,
make
poison resistance?
Yeah.
Don't you already have that?
Well, I've got to choose
Oh.
I see.
acid, fire, lightning, or poison.
make Ivy mad.
I don't know. She might be pretty happy if she can breathe it on me and I'm fine and all the enemies die.
I don't know. She didn't seem too thrilled about it when it happened to Nick.
Yeah, she'll get over it.
Yeah, I guess we're just picking up acid resistance potions though. Otherwise, are we just getting 3, or like who's getting 1?
Well, Nick got one.
And I got one.
Let's see. Do I have one on hand?
So there's
I don't,
2 other.
So yeah,
I have an acid resistance potion still, so I should be okay for this slimes ahead.
sounds like I'm
It
getting
will-
myself 1.
All right.
Yeah, they only had 4, so
Yeah.
I think you.
I think
pretty
they've got
good.
one left.
I mean, it could be anything. So if one of you wants to splurge on something else,
As in anything, as in when you drink it, you choose, or you choose now, you choose.
You choose now.
Gotcha.
Okay. Then. Let's see what damage types are available to this, or is it one of anything?
It's one of anything except bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
All right. Maybe we get like something wild like necrotic resistance just to be safe, one of the spiritual damage types.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that might be
Sure.
a good idea.
You know, just because we don't know when the next chance we'll get to have a necrotic resistance potion.
I mean, Ollie even said, "Hey, it's gonna be hard to find stuff in the ice continent. If you want to get something now is definitely the time."
All right.
Oh.
I'll pick it up then. It'll
All right.
probably be handed off to Malcolm inevitably, but I'll hold on to it for now.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
All right, sure.
So how many resistance potions did you get?
And we got all 4.
You got all 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like to think this is almost like a drive-by where they're like, pick out your sandwich, only it's pick out your resistance. They make it up in front of you, they shake it like, there you go.
Is that all you wanted here?
I
think so.
think
Yeah,
so.
unless
No, actually, I think just for the sake of having this as a backup, we grab a potion of Hill Giant Strength.
yeah. for
Nick has
Dante.
one already.
Wouldn't hurt
he
to have
does?
another.
Yeah, I mean, if
Having-
you want another, you can, but Nick does have a potion of Hill Giant Strength.
Yeah, I mean
I
both
said we
of
get an
you.
extra. It's good to have other people with strength in case something needs to be done and
Yeah.
Malcolm can't do it on his own.
Yeah, I'd say get it.
So I'll grab it.
All right.
They do have it in stock, right, Crow?
Yeah.
Okay.
They have only
Yeah,
one.
let me tell you, we've had enough strength saving throws that I think Dante wants one of those in his back pocket to leverage that proficiency.
They have 2, so they have 1 left.
Right, put that down. Okay.
Neat.
Here goes 8 gold.
Yeah, so we'll have to come back for this, I think. Because I need to start dispensing money into my spell book, so...
Okay.
Ah,
But having the potion of greater of health and the potion of maximum power might be something we want to look into in the future.
fourth spell or lower max damage, yeah. Something to consider. But do you guys think we got everything we need for potions now?
Yeah, for the time
Yeah.
being, I think so.
Yeah.
All right.
We've got our measurements for the clothes. We've got potions.
Where to next?
I think, unless you guys have any further thoughts, I think it's just back home and wait for Kira. Or not Kira, Nightingale.
Nightingale.
All right.
Yeah. We still have things we can do with the time.
All right. You want to take the lightning rail home?
What
Yes.
time is it?
It's since you've been walking so much, it's about like it's about 3 p.m.
That's what I thought it would be.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, let's take the lightning rail.
Yeah, 'cause that's going to take us too long otherwise.
So
10 gold.
10
Well,
gold
for those
each
that don't have.
unless you don't have a pass. All right.
Time to go update my pass.
So
Yeah, I did that
Wait, how
earlier
many days
myself.
have passed off screen?
2 days. Lost the weekend.
So we're at 19 days.
Yeah. So you get home to the mansion. But when you get home, you notice the door is ajar.
Oh,
Oh, great.
Hey, look, they left the door open for us, guys.
the door shouldn't be open, Malcolm.
Oh, why?
It's called Somebody Broke In.
Potentially.
Malcolm kind of peeks his head in.
Yeah, the door kind of slides open. And yeah, you would be in this hallway right here.
All right. Be ready, everyone.
Yeah, also be ready for someone to be dead on the floor and have someone jump out and accuse us of murder.
Well, that doesn't seem fair.
Life's not fair.
Malcolm's gonna go into this room.
Yeah, so you see this room with like lots of almost fake, like a taxidermy of a buffalot, but it's like a warrior. But it's not like a real buffalot, it's just kind of a statue.
Malcolm's gonna look up.
There's nothing on the ceiling.
Okay.
It's gonna look in this room.
The main foyer.
No,
Oh yeah, there's like a large grand piano in that room, Nick.
He's also gonna look up.
There's no one in here.
Nick,
Okay.
maybe let's not split up.
I was just quickly checking.
check the closet.
In the closet, there is several of maybe your coats hanging in there. There's not a sound coming from... I guess a thing you would have noticed is is the bellboy, the skipper, didn't come to the door.
Yeah, Malcolm
mean,
did
the-
notice that, and he's very upset about it.
I mean, the door was open. He would have had no reason to come.
Well, now
was-
that you're here.
I'm going to look at the door and see by what means entry was gained. Like,
I'll let you
was
do
it
an
lockpicked? Did someone get a key?
I'll let you do an investigation.
All right. Let us investigate the matter. 24.
From what you see here, it looks like the door was just opened.
Like it was left unlocked?
Like, there's no tampering done with it, you notice. Like, someone just opened the door.
So it was either left unlocked or someone had a key.
Yes.
Or someone was let in.
Or that, yes.
Eh?
So let's be careful. Maybe negligence, but we should still be careful.
All right, well, time to go lock the door behind us.
Okay, the door is locked behind you.
No friend. We don't want any friends coming through the front door. That would be silly.
Should
Are
I
you
get
opening-
rainbows going, guys?
Mm,
Sure.
All right.
For the sole purpose of angy perception checks.
You better hope I don't roll a 9. 13. That is okay, Malcolm can fly now.
he flies now.
Yeah, so the shockwave comes off of him, he just starts like floating up in the air.
flying like that stupid, like, that Pop-Tart cat thing.
Yeah. Alright. And then Malcolm's going to come in here.
Alright, so in your large foyer, here, there are the stairs that go up, and the doors to several rooms at your sides, main, like, access point. But you notice right here, the door is ajar.
Alright, he's gonna gesture for everyone to follow him.
Yeah, I'm staying in the back, so I'm not moving until everyone else does.
He just floats across so that his hooves don't make any loud noise. And he'll just kind of push through this door.
Yeah, and this door is slightly ajar, too.
Alright. He's not gonna straight go in there, he's just gonna peek through the crack in the door.
Is this where we're gonna find like the underground D&D group Ivy has started?
So, there's a chair rocking back and forth right here, and you see Skipper kind of tied to a chair. He's with his eyes closed.
Swear this guy can break.
Okay, and there's no one in the chair though that's rocking back and forth though.
No, someone's in the chair. They just have it turned around,
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's not an invisible man.
and there's like crunching sounds.
A visible man with potato chips, even.
All right, guys, what do you want to do here? You want me to just rush him?
No. Let me do something here. Yes, let me do something here. Swap with me. Alright. I realize I actually might start initiative with this idea.
Do it, and then
What are you
initiative
thinking?
starts when the initiative starts.
Vortex warping Skipper. Because we all know if we walk in that room, he's going to be like, "Oh, yes, I have him tied up, do what I say, or I kill him." So I figured I'd cut to the chase and just get him out of there.
Okay.
Honestly, fair.
I'll let you do that.
Okay.
You hear a deep voice that says, "Oh, so you're home."
Is the voice recognizable?
No.
No? Okay.
Okay, well, I had a brief thought in my mind. It's good to know I don't recognize it.
Yeah, why'd you beat up our bellhop?
Why don't you come in so we can talk?
All right. Proteus will kind of motion for Dante to make sure that this guy has not ingested the rare poisonous flower that gives you 30 seconds to live or something.
Yeah, can I look over him and make
Yeah,
sure he's
do
not
a medicine
actually dying?
check.
May I self-guidance?
Sure.
Oh,
Oof.
gosh.
Yeah, that's
That's a 15.
really good enough. It's just he's just unconscious. Like his just tongue is lolling out and he's kind of making these low moans. But it was done by poison. Or not poison, but just
He got
Anesthetic.
chloroformed.
yeah.
Another inhalation substance.
And then,
Dying.
do you know who this is?
Oh, this is Skipper.
No, I mean who I am.
No.
Well, why don't you introduce yourself instead of sitting there rocking all mysterious?
You hear like the chair like pick up, like start turning around, not because it's not a swivel chair. And
Really?
it was like someone who really wanted the theatrics, but he wasn't in a swivel chair.
You really didn't think that one
Arlo.
through, did you?
And he says, and when he turns around, it's that same Murkrow with the scars on him and that you met in the slums. I love it when that works.
Oh, you mean the voice thing?
Yes.
Well, you were certainly unrecognizable to us.
You could get better chairs here. The rest of this place, you're living on top of heaven right now, and you couldn't get better chairs.
Well, I don't know. They seem like a security system now.
Well, that's besides the point. Good job at the show. Really killer throw you got there. He points to you, Malcolm.
Hey, thanks. I'm good at throwing.
You, well, I'm not above letting someone finish off someone I don't have much a friendly relationship with. As long as they're dead in the end, that's all that's good to me.
Oh, I'm
Pretty-
glad you were there to help out.
Yeah, my pleasure. Nice place you got here.
I take this isn't just a house call.
Yes, I wanted to talk to you. Sorry about your butler child, whatever he is. I just didn't want him listening in. Don't worry, I didn't kill him. He's gonna wake up with a pretty bad headache, though.
Poor kid's got it rough.
Yeah, he'll survive.
Anyway, what's up?
Well, I was thinking the other day at the theater, we made a pretty good team, didn't we?
Yeah.
I had to bail out during the main event, though, but that didn't concern me.
No, I imagine it didn't.
But at the very least, we got rid of Lucky, and I believe you, he points to you, Nicholas, you had an issue with him, and, well, we dealt with him.
Yes, I did.
Now I hear you're going to be going to a party hosted by the Deuterium Corporation, the Golden Gala. Is that correct?
Who told ya?
Well, I heard the theater was invited to it, so naturally I thought you would be going to it.
Yep. Yep,
You
we
got-
are.
You got a pretty good information network.
And let me tell you, parties like that, that's like Pokeyule for cutthroats and stop hearts like me. And
So who are you wanting to kill specifically?
Voss, or well, any one of his ilk. I guess I just wanted to warn you. Maybe you wish to help me do some stuff there, because it might get cadaverific if whatever you say. But
It already seems like walking into a trap, given Boss has had his eye on us.
yes, and I doubt I could get away with killing Voss. I mean, he is a very well protected individual, but getting information there on how to do it later is not out of the question. But I was just wondering, like, how much you would be willing to maybe assist me in getting one of his, because you don't like him as much as I do. That's correct.
Pretty much. I can't say I've got an absolute hatred for him, but I can't say I like him either.
You wouldn't miss him if he's gone.
Not particularly.
Yeah. Well, I'm possibly not only going after him, but some people he's particularly close with might be good enough. The thing about being an assassin is you usually select one good target and you're out of there. As I did with Lucky. So don't take it personal. I bailed out after he was gone.
Well, that's fine.
You did what you needed to do.
Yes, I'm very surprised that you're all not chastising me for my lifestyle.
I'm not exactly against being on the opposite side of the law if needs be. After all, I was planning on killing, I called him Three Eyes, but Lucky, I guess. Regardless of what heat or trouble it gets me, and if that meant even going after Deuterium itself, then I was prepared to do so.
Well, the way I see it is I'm only really good at one thing, and well, why change that? But that's why I'll be invited to the party for better or for worse. Maybe I won't be wearing the same face that I am right now, but I'll be there, I can assure you. And I just wanted to know if you wish to possibly help if I find a target there.
Well, considering that it would blow any chances to get more information or get what we want out of it, I'm going to have to say probably not.
I was in the same thought process as Proteus here.
Well,
If we were to do anything like helping, that's instantly going to put us into.
the point is not to get caught, obviously.
Yeah.
At an event that high profile, I get the feeling that not getting caught is
Like, do you think? Do you honestly think I'm just gonna walk up to Voss and stab him in the stomach? You got to be a little more
Probably
craftier
not.
than that.
but considering the nature of the Ethereum,
Even if you want us to slightly poison a drink at the last possible second before it passes into someone's lips, that's still taking quite a risk for what reward?
Yeah, and you don't even know if poison even works on the guy.
I don't, but like I said too, I getting information might be the ultimate goal of this. I don't know yet.
If
Yeah, I
it's
don't see us being able to take out any targets tonight, or not tonight, when we're there, but getting
If it's
information is probably the best we can do.
yeah, if it comes down to getting information, then that's something we can potentially agree with.
most likely we're already going to be there to mingle.
Takes a bite of the
Considering-
apple that he's eating.
Considering we're kind of invited and in this situation of being forced to go.
Well, I got the impression you didn't like Deuterium as much as I did, and seeing one of its head honchos fall, I thought you would be all for that.
Yeah, I'm just thinking though, maybe he's not the best one to take out for our purposes personally, but I feel like I gotta think on this longer. I don't think very fast.
Well,
I'm not altogether against seeing one of them fall, but we've got things we need to do, and the more risks we put on ourselves, the harder those things are to do. So it's more of a case of what opportunities present itself.
It's a good
And in
opportunity for you, perhaps, but there's a spotlight on us after the theater.
well, maybe I'll ask you to be a little more transparent. What do you plan to do in Lumhausen? Because you seem to be very ambitious for a bunch of students, citizens, actors. I've lost track of what you are.
you need to play a number of roles for a number of opportunities.
Yeah, to what end?
Well, how do we know we can trust you with what we're doing?
Well, I'll tell you this much. Our goals here are not to stay here forever. And we don't have the intention of toppling the city's inner workings or recreating it from the ground up. Some in my party think that might be a good thing for this city, and others don't. We're not united in one cause or even of equal hatred towards this company that you think we have.
Well, you see, I don't hate Ethereum as a whole. It's mainly Voss. Just Voss. He was the one that, well, the reason I'm not working with your enemies, and I should watch out, by the way. They might still be after you. Just keep in mind it's not me. I wouldn't want to be involved in any friendly fire. But you thwarted
Right.
they are going to be. Well, you surely took a baseball bat to a hornet's nest with that. So I'd be careful in the streets if I were you. And I'm not threatening you. I'm just warning you. I worked for them, after all.
Oh, I don't doubt that they're going to be after us.
What'd you work as?
An assassin.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I believe I told you.
Oh, I thought you... Okay, sorry. I
Yeah.
forgot. I remember now.
Yes, well, Moonhall, if the theorem is broken up over losing a plot of land for a factory, then I feel like they might be their own worst enemy in the end.
Oh, I'm not saying it's the theorem putting out the hit. It's the murder. Well, they made a hit on that actress and you stopped it. It's a matter of their reputation and pride now.
Yeah,
We
no.
have
Oh,
biggest target on our back from them personally.
oh,
Yeah.
they already didn't like us. That's nothing new.
Right,
Oh,
but this is just a new level.
yes, this is a whole new level. Just let me put it into perspective for you. I got into your house this easily by myself, and I didn't kill anyone. Yeah, you're seeing it now, aren't you?
I
We're going to have to invest in security.
had that impression pretty much the moment I noticed a break-in happened.
And all I did was knock at the door and just take him out.
So, I asked you, how can we trust you with what we're doing here?
Well, I can't really answer that question. How can you trust me? Well, I am an assassin, but I am an assassin with a vendetta. And my enemies right now were Lucky and Voss. Otherwise, I make you sign a contract and you pay me money to off someone. And well, that's my resume. If you want to trust me based on that, that's well,
So we can only trust you as much as we can pay you, then.
possibly. I have no reason to sell you out at the moment. In fact, I thought we worked pretty good together. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I was under the floorboards at the time.
Well, I was up on the catwalk and I was sticking it to my former colleagues. For what it's worth, they don't like me either. But I try to keep a low profile.
Well, I would tell you what we're doing, but I'm not the only one who can make that decision. You gotta convince these guys, too.
Well, the only reason I ask too is I could tell you how this could benefit you. I don't know
You
what
say
you're
that.
doing, but
I can already think of a bunch of ways that working with you would help us.
I was just about to say the same thing. I'm already pretty well aware of how you could help us. I'm just weighing the risks versus the rewards.
I can get you poisons.
Dante, Proteus, what do you think?
Well, currently I'm trying to think of ways that we could utilize poisons or an assassin to leverage things that we want to do in the city.
Oh, we don't need him to kill anyone. He's sneaky enough that he can just figure things out that would help us.
Yeah, as assassin being an assassin is well, it is all about killing people, but assassin slash spy is maybe what I'd label myself as. Remember in Iron Broach when you took out one of my men? He was doing the spy part.
Be easier to just be transparent, of course. I won't deny that. It's just the risks involved.
How about we not take up too much of your time as of right now? You spend your time at the Clinking Glass, correct?
Yep, and I'll be there if you need me.
Then, the way I see it, we'll not take up too much of your time. We'll discuss it amongst ourselves, and when we come to a decision, well, we know where to find you.
All right, I'll be waiting for you then. Well, you might possibly see each other before the party, or maybe even at the party.
Possibly.
Assuming we'll even find you.
Oh, I'm sure he'll make himself known pretty easily.
Yeah.
Malcolm gives Nick a weird look, and he's like, "I thought his whole thing was that we wouldn't know he was there."
Nick just sort of shrugs.
All right. Well, I guess I'll slip out the back door. You don't mind that if I do that, right?
Nah,
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll see you out either way.
Very well. And he begins going like that way.
Yeah. Priest will keep his eyes on him.
Yeah, and he goes out into the night. Well, afternoon.
Oh, we have a book nook. Malcolm, you have a book nook.
Yeah.
where he keeps his children's books.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and so he makes his way out.
All right. Malcolm's gonna take Skipper to a couch and lay him down on there.
All right.
I'm gonna
Tuck him in, make him comfy.
Gonna make sure that he didn't leave anything in this room.
It you can do an investigation check.
I want to make sure the place isn't bugged.
I was thinking the same thing, yeah.
23.
You're pretty confident. You look at all like behind paintings and like under chair cushions, and you're confident he didn't leave anything here.
In the plant.
Yeah.
Well,
We're definitely going to need to invest in security here.
Don't worry, I've got Malcolm. And he holds up his little plushie.
Don't know if that will entirely suffice, but
The thing is, if it's the murder now after us, I mean, they already were, but with Yuri, then
well, I mean, we can just wear disguises and such. That's not out of the realms of possibility.
my problem is less out and about as it is just how do we walk down the mansion?
disguises won't help walking down the mansion, yeah.
I mean, we can ask Soulshade for a few scrolls of alarm. There's not much more we can do than that, and you'd still have to put them down every day.
I'm thinking even more mundane things, locks, anything of that nature. The problem is at that point, well,
I think we just gotta tell Skipper to be more careful about who he opens the door for. Or maybe we gotta get one of them little holes in the door that he can look through.
Or whitelist. Probably should just whitelist the place, but again, even that is like it's not hard to show up looking like Professor Eric Ellis. We've known someone to do that 2 times.
Yeah.
It's the murder. They're going to be very good at just disguising themselves as, well, anyone.
Yeah. Whatever we do, we're gonna need to make sure we're pretty thorough. It's gonna be a complicated mess.
Yeah, and I'm still not entirely sure we want to go work with someone who is clearly just going to abandon us when things don't go correctly.
Well,
At the
I
very
mean,
least, he doesn't seem like he want to actively sell us out.
He's he's in a complicated position, depending on how he wanna play his card.
Obviously,
He
I don't
could.
like the idea of working with someone this shady.
I mean, as long as he keeps his mouth shut until we leave, it really doesn't matter if he tells people.
I'm
My
less worried about him telling stuff, and I'm more concerned with what he'll do when we start working with him.
that's my
That's when he
biggest.
gets actual leverage.
That's my concern as well. Working with him is dangerous, but well, one
it's
of my one of the ways I've thought of accomplishing our objective is causing some form of chaos that brings basically all the guards and potentially whatever robots they have out to deal with that, and he can be effective at causing that chaos, especially if his final target is Voss. I'm
I
sure
mean, you don't even
whatever.
got to do any of that. I mean, who knows what kind of security stuff they got in there? He might just be able to go in there and break it. So I guess he is
Yeah.
still kind of killing something if he works with us. It's just going to be a machine instead of a person.
Yeah, but we could also just do that ourselves.
I mean,
I don't
Basic.
know. I mean, Dante ain't the sneakiest guy. I ain't either under most circumstances.
I'd really rather not be the one actually killing someone in this case because that's, well, for one, just assassinating someone out of the blue, even if they are awful, is just one thing. But it's the potential risks. The moment you are that closely associated with any sort of murder, you we would be in so much trouble just moving around the city.
That's
That's
why
why
I
you don't
don't.
get caught, like he said.
That's also why
Just don't
if
get caught killing the single most important man in the city. What could go wrong, Malcolm?
Don't get caught is
I
just
never
not
said
a
anything about that.
That's
Alright.
his
I'm thinking about
objective.
I'm thinking about the airship.
I know that he might be able to get information on the airship, but that's why we're going to this party as well. Is to
that be,
find out that information. And
He'd definitely have an easier time finding out the security that's there so that we'd have a better time getting in.
I
that
agree that
and
he
we
would
don't.
be helpful for figuring out the hangar. The problem is, do we trust him with that information?
We gotta trust someone.
At the very least, in terms of like to clear up that misconception, he also said information that would make him killing is easier is also something he'd want. So we don't necessarily have to dirty our hands in order to get his help. We just need to give him some leverage to accomplish his goals.
yeah. And are we sure that killing Voss is something we want to be assisting in any capacity? That we won't just make the city fall into discord and anarchy without him?
I don't
I'm
doubt
sure someone
Voss.
would step up and take his place.
I was just about to say, I don't doubt that there's some sort of succession or chain of command.
Is it not equivalent at that point to just cutting the head off a proverbial hydra?
Probably. I mean, Voss isn't going to live forever, so they probably got some means of or plans of succeeding him.
I don't know. With all the stuff they do, they probably trying to figure out a way to make him live forever.
I fear we're going to end up just talking in circles.
Yep. We do that.
Probably.
I'm gonna go check on Skipper.
Yeah. You go to he's just kind of on the couch going, oh, so much blood in the roof.
Oops. he comes through this door. Hey, Dante.
Is he not doing well?
And I was gonna ask, you got that magic thing that helps poison?
Check what I have it prepared.
Less restoration.
No.
Nick does. Which I just realized I need to put as a bonus action on action. Yeah, Nick has it prepared.
Oh, I didn't know you did the faith magic-y stuff, Nick.
It's
Not the same type of magic.
But don't it do the same thing?
yes, but my
Magic people's is weird. Come on, Nick, help him.
Nick's eyes follows along, and yeah, he'll cast lesser restoration on Skipper.
His eyes, as the magic takes hold, his eyes flitter open. Like, I did I fall asleep?
Yep.
Oh, what happened to the cookies?
Cookies.
There was someone selling cookies at the door, and he let me try one.
Right. Oh, sorry. I ate them all. I was hungry.
Oh, I was going to tell him to wait for you, but he offered a free one, and then, well, I don't know what happened after that.
Well, when you eat a lot, sometimes you just gotta take a good nap.
Oh, well, I'll get to cleaning. What time is it?
4,
Oh,
I think.
Oh, I'm behind on my duties. I better go get to the dusting.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. And then he goes off to go dust some of them.
He
I
landed
think
a
at this
kid, but I
point-
don't think more trauma would have been good for him.
I think at this point we're just gonna wait for Nightingale to show up.
All right.
Yeah.
So we fast forward the clock until Skipper brings her to what I guess is your meeting room, your table here, or you bring her here, I guess.
Yeah, the comfy chairs.
Yeah, and then he leaves.
How fast are we fast forwarding?
To
Several hours.
like 7.
All right.
3 hours.
Like
3
3
hours.
hours.
Yeah.
Let's see. Pegasus Quill. The time is halved. I'm probably just gonna give myself a spell here.
Okay.
I also think I'm gonna hand Dante a book to read in the meantime as well.
Malcolm can practice his letters.
Oh, right, he can he?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Is 3 hours enough for to try to help him learn another?
Yeah, sure.
All right, it's
All right.
150.
W, X, and Z are what I need.
All right. So I guess we'll do a chess for
Sorry to-
each.
Yeah. All right.
And Malcolm's smart.
The The answer is no, but can he
Can
fumble his
I-
way through it?
Wait, due to the time mistakes, I assume he can't be guidance or anything.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to do guidance.
Oh.
Oh, that's
Oh.
fire.
No, that was Proteus.
That was for putting things in a book.
Yeah.
All right, you just want like an intelligence check.
Yeah, intelligence check.
Okay.
Oh, you got it.
13.
Yeah, it's 10.
Oh, yay!
It's 10. All right. Yeah, so you got one of those letters in.
W.
He's almost literate.
He's almost literate. It's just X and Z now.
As you bring Nightingale to this, she seems to be admiring this place. It seems like, and she says, like, this is a, well, perhaps you don't want to discuss how, about that. I should probably get straight to the point, shouldn't I?
Yes.
I have missed seeing your faces at the school, though.
I miss being there, honestly.
Yes.
It was nice and good for research material. Fortunately, we can't go back for some reasons, but it is what it is.
Well, there, as you know, well, you probably didn't know, but it wouldn't surprise you as I regularly visit the cemetery for recreational walks during nighttime. It's a very, as macabre as people think it is, it's a rather peaceful place. Being surrounded by others at the same time being surrounded by no one. But I did find a few things that were concerning. While I was walking there, the night after the show, a few graves appeared to have been dug up, and there was the same case on Sunday as well, even more.
That's certainly strange.
I think of reasons that might be the case, but I thought
We-
they left.
Yes, I would have thought it was the culprits of the incident at the school, but this happened after the fact.
This is very concerning, especially since we've also been given news of bones appearing in a nearby forest.
Very strange arrangements of bones.
Yeah, they found piles of bones with everything from the knees down missing, and the bones were bleached. If I recall correctly, you did something to the bones at school, the janitors at school, right? You polished them though, right?
Yes.
Not bleached them.
Well, after someone of the school dies, they are cremated, and their bones are polished after the fact.
Okay, just wanted to make sure someone wasn't trying to set you up again.
Yeah, I don't think someone is trying to set me up in particular. It's just a very strange occurrence that normally I would know who to blame, but they are gone. Unless
I
there's
hope it's no coffee cat.
Yeah, it's... I don't really have any other leads besides that, as I've noticed graves very amateurishly dug up.
Was
Not
there any
simply
sort
just
of... Sorry, go on.
not simply just grave robbing, but the entire body is gone.
Yes. I looked into the hole and the caskets were empty.
Did there seem to be any sort of pattern?
I looked at the names and it didn't... It was even on some unmarked graves. That's usually reserved for people at the slums. But there didn't seem to be a pattern of any sort.
guess the question then is, what would someone need those bodies for? And that's not exactly a fun thought.
Yes, it's.
Yeah.
I think our minds go to the most logical conclusion, and that is necromancy.
Again, considering that our problematic necromancer is apparently long gone, that once again makes me worry that we have a copycat, and that is perhaps the worst thing that could come of this. Now you might have students or others that knew, perhaps dabbling in this, and
We may need to give what's happening in that forest more thorough examination than we first thought.
I wouldn't be surprised if the two things are related.
Yeah.
I informed the undertakers of this when I realized it yesterday or last night. But they will probably keep a closer eye on the cemetery, but it might be something, considering what you're doing, it might be something worth looking into.
All right. How often do you go back there? Every night?
I go there almost every night.
All right. Just let the caretakers know that we might be asking about that, and if they've seen any strange things. Okay.
Yeah, I will. I'm probably going later tonight anyway.
All right. Yeah, I just don't want to show up and ask them about it, and they're gonna be like, "Why are you asking this sort of stuff?" And then they won't tell us, and just cause all sorts of problems.
Yeah. I wish I had more to tell you, but I figured I should inform you about that.
I mean, it relates to something we've already heard about, so. And the fact that someone might be carrying after Wolfrick's work is very concerning.
Yeah. Well, Wolverick was a biologist. It was the other individual, if I'm not correct, that was.
Oh, right.
Well, I mean, life and death are just kind of two different sides of the same coin when you think about it.
Yes.
it's a very me sort of thing for you to say, Malcolm.
I'm hanging out with you too much.
That's
Maybe it's
probably
a good thing.
that's probably what drew those two together.
Probably, yeah.
But they are using those talents to horrific ends.
Well, thanks for bringing this all to our attention, Professor.
Well,
Yep.
I'm not your professor anymore, so you can just call me Glinda.
Yeah, I know, but I'd still keep calling Professor Eric Ellis, but he gets upset when I do that. But you don't seem like the kind of person who would get upset if I kept calling you Professor, though.
Oh, no, I would not mind if you called me that.
Okay, good, because it's just something that happens. I just say things sometimes.
That's alright, I understand. Well, like I said, I had wished I wish I had more to tell you, but that's really all I knew, and I wish to tell you personally rather than just send you a letter.
I
Yeah.
appreciate the chat.
hmm We'll be more than likely looking into it ourselves eventually.
Well, I'll
Yep.
be on my way then.
All right, don't be a stranger.
Have a good night.
You too.
You too.
Yeah,
You also, Glenda.
yeah. And she leaves your abode.
There's so much going on.
We thought we had just one thing to deal with, and now turns out there's still a slew of happenings with this city.
Well,
You never know, this might wrap around back to the theorem some way.
yeah. That's a very high possibility. We can't say for sure, but if it is, then learning that could only just be useful for us.
Won't lie, the thought did cross my mind. It's similar to the stories where, Pokemon were being pulled out of the slums, so what if they're just using bodies now from the cemetery?
It's
Well, it's
Sure.
still
possible.
gross, but it's definitely better than just killing people to get what you need.
It is possible they were trying to do transplanting like Wolverick, and now that he's gone, I think they might have moved on to constructs.
Well, that sounds right up their alley.
Constructs,
Possible.
but they were these weird amalgamations of Pokemon and machines, so who's to say they aren't just using the bodies? That's exactly what my mind went to.
The only
Yes,
thing that
well,
don't line up with them is that they're just leaving piles of bones out in the forest, and that doesn't seem like something that the Theorem would do.
they're
That
leaving
does,
the upper body in the forest. They want something from the kneecaps downwards.
of course, that all depends on if this is the theorem, if it's linked to the bones that are found in the forest. If
Yeah, we're gonna need to look into it more before we can say anything outright definitive.
I guess we're going to have a very busy week again.
Well, I suppose it's better than just wallowing away doing nothing until the party.
Yeah, I gotta practice smacking things, otherwise I get out of practice.
Besides, if the gelatinous cubes were there anyways, then well, we'd be heading there anyway for preparation, so we may as well look into what's happening there, see where it leads us.
Another mystery to solve.
And as you say that, your scanners begin pulsing in your bags.
Oh no. Put another one on the list. Alright, what's the scanner say?
It's more or less has this. It has this kind of like several red lights on it, and it's pulsing in a direction.
All right, where are the lights pulsing toward?
The northeast.
Northeast.
Wait, as in like the slimes have breached the city.
No, it's more or
Or
less.
it's
He said he was gonna relay it to your scanners of where they
Yeah.
are.
Yeah,
they turn
Okay.
into homing beacons.
I thought that
Yeah.
meant that the slimes were like close and it was effectively like little creature or something.
Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
Next thing. My memory says that the forest was to the northeast. Is that correct?
Yes.
yeah,
good.
pretty sure.
Excellent.
Yep, looks like we are indeed heading to the forest for gelatinous cubes.
All right, and that's I guess what we'll be doing next time.
Yep.
Yeah, nothing like unloading a bunch of quests onto you.
Man, we just got back. We've already got 20 quests.
Yeah.
We get to impose friendship upon the slimes.
Yeah.
Back into the oh no, I can't do everything all at once that I know and love.
All right. Yeah. Well, I guess we're gonna be dealing with capturing gelatinous cubes next time. Yeah. All right. Well, we're back, and we should be going bi-weekly, maybe till winter, I guess, which is not too long away. But
Yeah,
yeah,
not that far off. Just 2 months.
we'll more specifically Christmas time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see you then. Bye, everyone.
But
Right, goodbye.
Bye.